It's the day that LEGO fans have been waiting for literally a decade. Lord of the Rings LEGO is back, and boy is it big. So today, what is today? February 7th, 2023, LEGO officially drops the images and prices and all those things for the Lord of the Rings Rivendell set. And today we're gonna take a quick look into the set to see what it entails and whether it's a possible good purchase for you and for me too. Because I pretty much missed the first wave of Lord of the Rings LEGO. I just got married at the time and was dirt poor and somehow scrounged enough together to get the LEGO Mines of Moria set, and that was it. And that was a little bit disappointing to me because I grew up loving LEGO, I grew up loving Lord of the Rings, but by the time those two things collided, I could not afford them. So I'm hoping this time around, I might be a little bit more successful in that category. But yeah, let's take a look. So the LEGO Lord of the Rings Rivendell set, it comes in at 6,167 pieces. In US dollars, it retails for $500, which with LEGO's price increases recently, that's actually not too bad. I know that 500 has been the thought for a long time that it's going to be that based on leaks and rumors and such. But I know some people were thinking it may be more in the $600 range, which is, that would have, $500 is a lot. That's half of $1,000. 600 would have been pretty much unbearable. But the coolest thing is that it comes with 15 minifigures, most of which have been absolutely impossible to get since this franchise retired with LEGO 10 years ago. And there's some new characters as well, which is awesome. Really the biggest focus is of course, the Council of Elrond. I mean, what self-respecting LEGO Rivendell set wouldn't have this as the focus? But I love that they have the tree and the various chairs. It is funny that it looks like the chair armrests are made out of sausage pieces, so that's fun. Then you have, of course, the famous bridge, the gazebo type element for Aragorn and Arwen, and various other tree elements. Oh man, the roofing is absolutely gorgeous. Look at all those tiles. That's where your 6,000 pieces come from right there. It's from freaking tiles. I love it. I can't get enough of it. Yeah, let's delve in a little bit. So one of the coolest things is that you have a micro armory right at the bottom underneath the gazebo. And we'll get to another image in a second, but this is basically the inside part of the area where Aragorn's sword is forged anew, as it were. But it's awesome that you have an honest to goodness elven armory. You have a couple of additional unnamed elves, presumably the forgers of Anduril, Flame of the West. You have a waterfall section. There's an interesting piece choice there that we'll come to in a second. And in the back, you have, looks like Elrond's study. You have the area where it's like the library, I think. And then of course you have the upper level where the Sword of Narsil, the Shards of Narsil rather, are gathered. You have the fantastic LEGO version of Elendil fighting Sauron, and it's a minifigure portrait, which is absolutely amazing. You have various pieces of artwork. Unfortunately, it looks like many of them are stickers, but I mean, what can you do? On the other side, it looks like you can actually take out yeah, those are sausage pieces right there for the armrests. Love it. You can take out the tree and the Council of Elrond chamber and have that set aside separately, which is a pretty nifty feature. And yeah, just more tiles, more tiles. Ooh, and there's a little back door, so I don't know what this portrait is of, but that's interesting. Oh, this is interesting. It looks like there is a connector bit here. Did they have that in the front normally? What is it connecting? Oh, I wonder if maybe you can like kind of switch around where you want the outdoor elements. I bet that's what it is. Let's see, an up ahead bird's eye view. Yep, here's the area where the Shards of Narsil are reforged into Anduril. This looks a little bit like the medieval blacksmith exterior, which I'm totally fine with. I think the medieval blacksmith is probably in the top 3 to 5 sets that have come out the last couple of years. So more blacksmithing, yes please. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Half of these pieces are tiles for the roofing or leaves for trees and such, which is fine. Okay, so this is interesting. So you've got this little area where the blacksmith is, of course, but on the other side of that, you have the waterfall, which you need a waterfall for Rivendell, absolutely. But you have these like window, what do you even call it? Windshield type pieces, which is fascinating. I don't know what I think about that. I think it's an interesting choice. I like it because it gives a smooth texture to it, a smooth elven texture, possibly. I would have maybe expected it to be built out a little bit more waterfall wise, but honestly, I'm not going to nitpick. This plant element though, right here, I don't think we've seen that before. And I'll be the first to say I'm not all that up to date with every single Lego piece in existence. But I've personally not seen that in a set recently, or at all for that matter. This is fantastic though. This is a new piece. It is the Shards of Narsil as a Lego element, which is absolutely amazing. And you've got Aragorn reading his book as Boromir acts like an idiot, as he does. And then, yeah, some more of the blacksmith section. These are the two unnamed elves. And there's the entrance to the armory, which is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, just the detail, like the roots of the trees going up through the buildings. Like someone did a lot of hard work here. There's of course the One Ring. So you have Elrond, Frodo, Gandalf, Legolas, Boromir, Gimli, Aragorn. That may just be one of the random elves. So yeah, I mean, you can't get everyone in the council circle that you see in the movie, of course, but you get all the key players, which is the important thing. And you get most of them in the order that they sat in. Of course, you can position this however you so feel, but I think it's cool that they took the time to position the characters in the order that they sat in the movie and staged, Gimli trying to destroy the ring. But yeah, just detail, absolutely everywhere. You have Frodo's bedroom where he wakes up, which is fantastic. Again, more stickers, which is sad, but oh well, it's to be expected with a set this size. And then this may be my favorite part. We have old Bilbo riding the Hobbit there and back again. Again, this is a part that looks just out of the medieval blacksmith because upstairs you had a little place where the blacksmith or his wife could have been writing a story. If and when I ever get this, which I hope it's a when, this is going to be a treasured element for sure. There and back again as a Lego piece. The minifigures, of course. So Frodo Baggins, I love that look on his face. Old Bilbo, such a fantastic touch. Boromir, Elrond, half-elven. Arwen, Aragorn, Gimli with 2 battle axes. Merry and Pippin, I love that they've got carrots and other various items showing their mischievousness, as it were. The Wise Wizard of Gandalf carries his walking stick. Samwise Gamgee, Legolas. Oh, and here, Lego says it's in the top 10 biggest sets ever, which yeah, so piece count wise, going back up, 6,167, that puts it pretty much on par with the micro scale Hogwarts set. That was around 6,000 pieces as well. So, and I remember when that one came out, that was like the number 2 biggest set of all time. Other sets have since surpassed it. You since had Colosseum, Titanic, Eiffel Tower, other sets like that come out. But the fact that a Lego Lord of the Rings set is in the top 10 biggest sets of all time is pretty fantastic. Overall thoughts, I really like it. It does, I've seen this quibble a little bit online. It does seem like that for $500 and for 6,000 pieces, maybe a few more rooms could have been added, but I really do think the trade-off is in the detailing. I mean, you are getting the most detailed Rivendell set that we can expect. That is reasonable for minifigure scales and a price point that, while expensive, isn't absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous, sure, but still, you are getting 6,000 pieces. You are paying for what you're getting in piece count. And I mean, just look at the trees, the tiling, just the amazing detail. And I forgot to mention this. So the set markets 15 minifigures, which is accurate, but you also have the statues that are surrounding the base of this column here. Tower rather, and then inside you also have this partial minifigure that is the statue holding kind of the basin where the Shards of Narsil are. So you're effectively getting 4 to 5 more minifigures as like statues, which I think is really cool. And the fact that Lego didn't kind of advertise as that. It's not, they're not saying 20 minifigures, but 5 of them are statues. You know, this is truly a 15 minifigure set but you do have some extra bonus ones there that you can repurpose for other things if you dare to take this set apart when you're done with it. I wouldn't, but you can do you. So yeah, I think it could have been a little bit bigger. Would I have maybe given it a little bit of a bigger set and traded off some of the detail for a little bit more? I honestly don't know. I mean, I like sets with a heck of a lot of detail. I just like sets like modulars that go absolutely bananas for details. So yeah, I can see how some people might be like, oh, for the price point and the number of pieces, that should have been, you know, bigger and more rooms, things like that. I think the trade-off is what you get. You know, you're getting a super detailed Lord of the Rings set, and you have to kind of compromise somewhere in there. You know, if you're gonna have that many pieces, the trade-off is, do I put it in detail or do I put it in just making it bigger? And I mean, it's still huge. I mean, it is 30 inches. That is 2.5 feet long, which is pretty ridiculous. So yeah, I don't know when I will ever be able to afford this. I hope to save to afford it. If I had the money, it would absolutely be a day one purchase for me, but I do not. But I'm hoping that one day this will get added to the hopefully the growing Lord of the Rings collection, because again, I missed that first wave all those years ago, with the exception of the Mines of Moria, and I really, really hope to someday kind of have a complete Lord of the Rings Lego collection. We'll see. So drop a comment, let me know what your thoughts on this set are, if it's going to be a day one purchase for you or a day 2,000 purchase for you. No wait, day 2,000 purchase would mean that it's retired and it's gonna be an astronomical price. Let me know if this is a set you hope to get someday, and I hope to see you guys very soon with more Lego videos.